Hello, Internet. Welcome to Movies Are Real. We are a movie podcast, because there weren't enough of those on the internet.
Hell yeah.
We are a monthly movie podcast that discusses the movies of the month previous and what we're looking forward to this month. I'm your host, George. I'm here with Ryan Lance.
That's my name.
And Carrie.
Is my name.
This is our third attempt at trying to record this, and I am very tired.
So we're gonna make this real hot, real quick, real fast. Probably not.
Real hot, real quick, real fast.
That's the slogan of the show.
We had this whole dumb bit, and then we realized that wasn't funny at all. And now we are here, and hopefully nothing terrible happens. We're using Ryan's computer, unless Ryan's got some fucking dark web Trojan or some shit that's gonna...
Look, man, I can neither confirm nor deny that's the
This
case.
podcast is brought to you by Linux.
Yeah, that fucking dumbass penguin. Fuck that motherfucker. Anyways,
Why George would get a Linux laptop, I will never know.
No. Anyways, let's get to the show. Like I said, we talk about the movies of the month prior. It is the beginning of March, so let's talk about February. Let's talk about everyone's favorite superhero. Let's talk about
Stiltman.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stiltman was in this movie, but that's Iron Man, right?
Yeah. That's
Okay,
Iron Man.
you're a big fan of Stiltman,
I
Ryan.
love Stiltman.
You're a big fan of Condiment King.
I am a huge fan of Condiment King, and let me tell you, the Lego Batman movie did not disappoint me on level of jokes about the Condiment King.
The level of ketchup and mustard humor there was in this. So yeah, the Lego Batman movie.
You didn't care for it.
No, I did not care for it. I think I was going into it with a more open mind, I guess, because I think before that I thought like, fuck this movie. I don't like Will Arnett. That's my big thing with this. I don't like Will Arnett.
It depends on when he's in. Like
He's good in BoJack. I love BoJack.
BoJack,
BoJack's
yeah.
great. But I feel like
Carrie gives us a look like, oh, jeez.
you don't like BoJack, Carrie?
I've never watched it.
Oh,
You would like it.
I
think
like
you'd
Will
it.
Arnett when he's self-deprecating and not trying to be funny, I guess, is what I'm
That's
trying to say.
BoJack.
Yeah, like, cause he's arrested, or when he's being a fucking sleazebag, like just a giant piece of shit. And I just don't... I don't know. Well, I guess we're getting ahead of ourselves, but yes, the Lego Batman movie. It is a Lego movie about Batman. This Batman,
Crazy, right?
It's this Batman like that's been through it all. So like he realizes like his past adventures in movies and comics. Like they make a bunch of goofs on like Batman Forever, and the Bane has the fucking Tom Hardy Bane voice.
It's great.
Hello!
And that goof is actually pretty good.
I like that a lot.
That's a pretty good goof. And it's trying to sort of like make this lighthearted, human, fun like look at Batman. Like it's a kids movie, but it's trying to deconstruct the character and do something interesting with him. But for me personally, it just felt like a bunch of dumb goofs with a bunch of pop culture references.
Do you like the goofs individually at least, or is it like all together?
No, I feel like the goofs are just not funny and cheap and easy.
Huh.
Like, they tried to, like, force it, like, because the Lego movie had, like, oh, we're going to combine all these worlds and stuff, and they tried to put that in the Lego movie by having the Joker open up the fucking negative zone. Oh, it's the Daleks from Doctor Who. It's, fucking, maybe Godzilla? I can't tell. I'm not sure.
It's not legally Godzilla, but it's Godzilla.
Yeah.
There were parts of it that felt kind of Deadpool-y. Where
Totally,
he would just,
totally.
Like,
Especially in the beginning.
Important movies start with a black screen.
And somehow, yeah, and it's crazy. I feel like
Deadpool
did that irreverent and zany humor a lot better than this Batman
Really,
movie.
I much preferred Batman.
Really?
if I had
Probably
to
'cause
if I had to pick between the two, I would pick Lego Batman, but I don't know.
I think just because Deadpool like tries too hard to be
Sure.
dirty,
No, that's true.
and I much prefer this whole like clean, like just making fun of this character instead of just like also I'm a big asshole and I love and I hate the Green Lantern. That movie sucks, guys. Oh lol.
I mean, watching this movie was the first time that I ever really like cared about Batman.
I guess
Like
so.
it broke it down in a way that I was like, oh, okay, because I never could level with like Nolan Batman is really good, obviously, but he just felt distanced, and then this funny, intimate look at you're afraid to be a part of
Yeah.
a family again, and I was like, oh, poor Batman.
And also, like, we mentioned that this Batman is sort of like a Batman that's been, like, through it all, but really just feels more like a caricature of the fucking Christopher Nolan Batman.
Yeah.
Christian Bale Batman. Like, it was like, what if he was more hammy and fucking, like, full of himself?
Yeah.
And still had that shitty fucking, like, growly voice.
I mean, that's probably what they based it on, and then that
Yeah.
shitty movie came out. And they're like, well, I guess we gotta put in like a few
We gotta
jokes.
throw in some goofs.
Yeah. Batman vs. Superman, that was the thing, huh?
That was a thing, yeah.
Oh, they also made a suicide
They made
joke.
a few suicide.
Squad joke.
Yeah, it was. I liked.
I was
all
gonna
of
say
them.
suicide jokes, and I was like, nope, that's how.
There's no suicide jokes in Lego Batman movie. Just Suicide Squad jokes.
Oscar-winning film, classic film, Suicide Squad.
Oh, geez,
We're not going to get into that though. Michael Cera though is in this, and I think Michael Cera kills it in this film as Robin.
yeah,
He's
definitely.
fucking adorable and really good. That Lego animation is also extremely like charming still in this movie. I think that's the thing that got me the most attention, like seeing the little minifigs and the way they slowly move around. I like that, but
Yeah, I love that. I'm just fearing that because they just keep churning these out. We got another
like a
Lego
Ninjago movie later
yeah,
this year,
and it's like I feel like at that point,
which
I
doesn't
might be-
look terrible.
I know it. Me and Carrie were talking about we didn't like the song
No,
choice.
I was
No.
like,
trailer.
this looks fine, and then it's like, now we got bad blood, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
never mind, fuck this movie.
I actually watched a little bit of the show because it was like on during the mornings, like right before I would go to high school. So I'd like have it on, and it's like that's not too bad. Like I don't
Ninjago
like
that
it.
old?
Yeah, it's
Holy
been old.
shit!
Yeah, man.
What the fuck is time?
And now there's
I
a
thought Ninjago wasn't even cool anymore.
I don't think it was ever cool. I think they tried to market it as like the new thing.
Like the new Bionicle or some shit.
Yeah, because
Fuck, they should make a Bionicle movie. They've already made plenty
they've
of
made
those.
3 Bionicle movies, and none of them were good. You know what was really good? The Bionicle movie video game. And by good, I mean it broke.
I've played.
Instantly.
Oh, you're right. I played that. You're right. Yeah, it's a garbage game. Anyways,
Hell
this
yeah.
isn't a video games podcast. Yeah.
Lego Batman.
Do we have anything else to say on this?
I think it's really charming and really.
I don't think
sweet.
it's bad. The goofs didn't land for me. It's also long. It's 2 hours and
Oh,
10
yeah.
minutes. It's a
so
long
was,
ass
so
movie.
was the Lego movie.
Oh yeah,
They
I
were
guess
both
so. That
really
was a long movie. I don't know.
I mean, I never felt bored. It always
Yeah.
kept moving, and like at least for me, the jokes kept going forward.
There's nothing cringy. I can't remember any
No.
like cringy goofs.
I mean, definitely towards the end, I was like, okay, I'm glad Batman has changed because I don't think I could handle any more of him beatboxing.
Oh yeah, that guy kind of.
yeah.
Whenever he would do a song, you're like, get out of here before I start singing.
yeah,
I mean, like the first time he would go for a joke, it was fine, but then like the other times, I was like, okay, I could get tired of it if this happened one more time. But it never hit that last
That one
time.
more time.
But I feel like if there was any more movie, if there was another sequel, then it would be like, okay, no more.
yeah.
You hit it good once. And plus, like with the Lego movie, there was like a bunch of different characters
Yeah.
that all like kind of hit off each other. For this, it really was just Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a little of Michael Cera's Dick Grayson. But
In Chris Pratt's sort of character there.
yeah, he kind of embodied that, but there really wasn't anyone else. Even though they tried to push the Batgirl and the Alfred, even they really did-
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara. They didn't really do much.
No, she's not incredibly interesting as a character. Man, the Lego movie was a good ass fucking movie.
I love
That's a great
that
movie. I remember we walked in. I think we talked about this in the last podcast. We walked into that movie theater like, fucking, this movie's gonna be fucking nothing. I was like, holy shit, that movie was incredible.
That movie brought me
No,
to
because
tears.
we weren't even gonna see it, and then
No.
we saw that it had like 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. We were like, what the fuck?
Okay, we gotta see how this is even fucking possible.
Yeah,
And then we walked out. I was like, oh, I totally get it now.
that Chris Pratt guy, he's all like, where are my pants? Classic,
Honey, where
Class-
are my parents?
classic goof. Also, like, cause this written by the 22 Jump Street
No,
folk?
no. This was
Was this produced by them?
This was produced. I believe the writing was done by some Robot Chicken guys,
You're right. Yep. Okay.
which like totally works. Like I'm not a fan of Robot Chicken because like it also gets into like
I think it's aged very bad.
it gets into like the whole it tries to be dirty thing.
Yeah, so
But
yeah, it's
because
aged.
this tries to keep it clean, it like
It was cool when I was
it
16.
works. I didn't even like when I was 16. I never
Yeah, I
liked
was like, this is, but I was like, whatever. Anyways, I think we've exhausted the Lego Batman movie. I think it's fine. Ryan, you enjoyed it, Carrie?
I enjoyed it quite
I
a
liked
bit.
it, yeah.
Okay.
As a superhero fan, I thought it's about time that we got a good, funny superhero movie because
Specifically DC.
specifically DC, yeah, because their last
Is Wonder Woman this year?
yes, it is. It's
Oh,
this
fuck,
summer.
I'm excited.
They are not market-
Justice League is this
Yeah,
year.
it's November.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
Nothing but more depressing fun hits.
I love to be depressed.
Hell yeah! Speaking of being depressed, George.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
get into
here we
your-
go.
I'm handing you the soapbox for this
Let's
one, George.
get into it. Let's fucking go. Everyone's really excited.
Everyone's all hot and bothered for this movie.
Oh, everyone's
right?
just fucking hyped as fuck. Oh man,
The
50.
Great Wall.
No.
That's later.
All right, so
Let's get this out of the way,
let's talk
George.
about 50 Shades Darker. And so I'm gonna ask you guys. You're gonna guide me into this film. So what is it that you want to know about this film, folks?
Why was it made?
Come on now.
Because remember last podcast I was like, this is gonna bomb. This movie made so much fucking money. It fucking murdered. I think it's more successful than the first one. And I honestly
was it
think...
only on Valentine's Day that it hit big? Because I think
No, it was steady for 3 weeks.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
It's still top 4. I think.
Huh, that's
I thought
crazy.
John Wick was gonna hang higher, and it didn't.
I thought it was gonna be a tough race between John Wick and Lego Batman.
Yeah,
They both
no,
were
like
great.
I think like
Which is crazy because both of those have 90%, and then this has a very
yeah,
very low
right,
score.
yep. It sucks. Yeah, you'd probably be upset if you're the John Wick folk
Like,
who made
come
that.
on,
God damn it. Fuck.
Okay, but yes, why was this made? Because it makes money. I honestly feel like that Taylor Swift and Zayn song was the big reason why. Because man. Oh man, I think that was good marketing because I think that's why.
Was this movie sexy?
It's sexier than the first movie. As in, they don't. I think I highly. If you want to know more about this movie, I highly recommend reading this Jezebel article. They have this tradition where the entire staff goes out to watch it, and they wrote about the experience. And they
The tradition of we all go out and watch a 50 Shades movie
yeah,
the second time.
yeah,
It's a
sure.
tradition.
But yeah, so they talked about it, and like they said, like they look like they don't hate the fact that they're fucking each other. And I would agree strongly with that. They don't look they look a lot more like at ease with each other. The first movie was so serious and so melodramatic, and this one is still that, but they're not at least wooden. They at least seem comfortable with each other. The first ones feel like, man, I don't want to do this. But I was like, oh well, like this one's funny.
Why did I sign up for this?
Yeah, exactly. This one's at least funny.
So how did this movie up the stakes?
Up the stakes.
Like, how is it more sexy than the last one? Which,
Well, I mean,
from
there's
what
m-
I've heard,
there's
is
m-
moderately sexy.
There's more.
When I haven't seen either of the movies, but when I look at the trailer for the first one, I see a girl who is interviewing this guy gets pulled into this sex room, and I see this one, and it's like there's some dark shit with this guy. He's in a mob or something.
We will get to that part
okay.
because the movie markets this way. It markets the movie in a very
All
deceptive
I
way.
can market, from what I take from the marketing, it's just a situation of them in public, and he's just like, take off your panties, or
Oh, that does
like,
happen.
or like put your hand down my pants. And she's like, okay.
All right, so let's get into this. How is this? So there's more. It is more sexier by the very fact that there's more sex. All right. Also, it's also sexier because the first movie, it was really uncomfortable. Like it felt like Dakota Johnson's character Anastasia, like doesn't really want any of this. It was really, really uncomfortable. And this one, they're having more fun with it, like both like the actors and like the characters themselves. So that makes it more sexier just on its own, that it feels consensual. So that's good.
That's always good. That it feels.
Let's see.
consensual.
Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, right. So there is more sex on this. There's none of that. There's no kinks though. They just have like normal sex and stuff. It's just
That's not hot.
Wah, wah.
I demand the hottest, kinkiest, craziest thing for when I
There's
see
a lot.
John Wick 2.
There's also a lot of Christian Grey going down on her, like compared to the first one. There's a lot of that. So there you go.
What are the showtimes?
But also, the first movie had them fucking to Beyonce, and that was pretty good. Like that was pretty sexy.
What do they fuck to in this one?
Halsey?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wait, which song? Which song?
Oh, it's an original jam.
Oh damn it!
And what's his name?
Same like me.
That Jonas brother. What's the most popular one right now? What's his name?
Joe or Nick, probably.
Because one of them is
One's in-
not
one's
Kevin.
in that band.
Yeah, Joe's
Joe's
in
in-
DNCE, and then
Yeah.
Nick Jonas
Nick
is
is
just
in
Nick
Nick
Jonas. Yeah, Nick Jonas. They fucked a Nick Jonas. Sia has a song on it again.
as per usual with popular movies.
Any
Yeah.
popular movie has to have someone fuck into a Sia song.
So yeah, so let's move on to the next. What other questions do you have for
It
this
just
film?
meant that there's usually a Sia song that comes out with lots of
And
movies.
then someone gets
Someone
fucked.
fucks to it.
No, yeah, like man, shout out to Sia. She's like in everything. She makes a song for every fucking
love
movie.
her.
Anyways, what other questions do you have for this flick? Before I.
How does it end?
So this
Like,
is the
does the film, in a sense, climax?
no. So okay.
Oh, damn it!
So we'll get into the thing that you mentioned, like, because the trailers market like, oh, he's got like this secret fucking thing or whatever, and all of those issues are tied up in like the halfway point of that movie, and it feels like, is this thing ending? And it never ends. It just keeps going on, and like good things keep happening. Like, oh, like they're meeting the family. Oh, and he confesses that he's not like into BDSM. He's just a fucking masochist and enjoys hurting women, and he wants to change, and he loves her, and he wants to give it all up. And I was like, okay, that's cool. He then gets into a helicopter crash randomly, and then everyone's worried. He's like, where the fuck? It's like on his birthday too.
Poor guy.
Yeah, and he just shows up to his house. Like, he walked from the crash site there, and he's all like, hey. And I was like, what? And that's fine. Everything's fine. And then they decide to get engaged, and then they have makeup sex, and then the movie ends. Huh. And there's also, if you've watched the 50 Shades of Grey movies, like, there's this person who, like, molested Christian when he was young, and that's his whole thing, why he likes this fucking whatever the hell, and played by Kim Basinger, and, I don't know, she gets tossed to the side, like, because she's still a part of his life, and he's all like, fuck you, you suck ass, you molested me, that's garbage. And then she's all like, and then she becomes the villain. Also, Anastasia is working at this publishing company, and she's the assistant to the editor-in-chief or whatever the hell, and he's very rapey, apparently, and it's awful written character. But anyways, he tries to rape her, and then he's fired, whatever the fuck. And then at the end of the movie, he shows up out of nowhere in this black jacket and a motorcycle, smoking a cigarette. He's got a picture of Christian Grey and Anastasia, and he takes the cigarette and fucking smashes it in her face, and then credits. That's how that movie ends.
Damn.
And I was like, I guess we got something for the next movie.
Damn.
But it ends with a happy ending. They get engaged.
Those stakes have been upped.
How could they possibly up the stakes anymore, George?
I don't know.
With more sex?
But they're going to.
Unheard of.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Would you recommend this?
Depends. Do you? So the first one wasn't a great bad movie. It was just kind of a bad movie that I kind of enjoyed, and I don't know why. I think it's because I have a crush on Dakota Johnson. But this one's more of a good bad movie.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty fucking, like, Days of Our Lives at moments. Like, oh, man, it's pretty bad. Like, oof, like, you know, like, there's, like, this sort of, like where shit goes bad in the middle of the movie. Mm-hmm. And she's just, like, walking around, and everything's sepia tone, and there's, like, this sad-ass fucking music, and just looking out the window, like, from that fucking episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, where they're trying to wonder, like, oh, it's just the greasy stove, or whatever the fucking hell.
But this grill is
I was
not.
gonna say, don't get Ryan started on that.
But yes, I think it's a way more enjoyable bad movie.
So, like,
I saw this with Donna Jo, our friend and my significant other, for Valentine's Day, and she absolutely fucking despised the film. And maybe, yeah, Donna Jo, maybe you'll pick up on the audio.
What was live studio audience?
We didn't talk about the girl, the mystery girl.
Oh, right. I mean,
Glad we have our audience.
We're trying to cut it really tight, because in the trailers, you remember there's like, oh, his past like lovers are like fucking crazy or whatever. And so I guess like she was married, she was dating Christian, right? And then she got married, and then her husband died or whatever the fuck, and now she's like crazy suicide or whatever the fuck, and they introduce her like the stupidest, terrible way. Anastasia walks out of her house, and there's this crazy girl, right? And she's all like, hi, and Anastasia's like, hello. And he's like, do you know me? He's like, no. Okay, don't talk to me. I'm a nobody. No one knows who I am. I might as well not exist. And then she disappears. And she's like,
oh, okay,
cool, bye.
That was
And
weird.
then she shows up again with the gun in the trailer.
Oh.
And then Christian is like, stop that. And he's like, okay. And that's the end of that. That's the end of that.
So it's a wild ride.
Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it and want to watch it again.
What I'm getting from this is like, if you sat through the first one, might as well watch.
Here's the thing. I saw.
A lot like how you might as well finish Resident Evil.
Here's how much I enjoy garbage. I, one, saw the Resident Evil movies.
We all did.
I, two, saw all of the Twilight movies. I've seen the first Twilight at least 6 times.
Oh, jeez.
I kind of like that movie as a guilty pleasure as well. I don't know what's wrong with me. Don't ask me what's wrong with me.
You have a movie podcast.
I do have a movie.
You have credibility.
I have good opinions.
We have to have unique, interesting takes on movies.
Yeah. But I think that's enough about 50 Shades Darker. It's a movie. I don't know. The soundtrack's not as good as the first first one.
How hot out of 10 would you give it?
I mean, there's a moment where she says kinky fuckery, and that's not very good.
That's very
10
hot.
out of 10.
Very hot out of 10.
Anyways, let's get into
something real hot.
let's get into something big. Let's get into walls. Let's talk
Something
about
massive.
let's talk about
the biggest wall of all.
Something huge.
Something huge.
All right, well, let's talk about the Great Wall.
Starring everyone's favorite actor,
Matt Damon,
Peter Hahn.
starring global superstar Matt Damon, according to this press release, because it's a global movie. Because this is a movie that's not made for American audiences.
This is a Chinese movie.
Yeah, this is not made for us, and that's fine. I think it's better because
it's
of
totally
it.
fine.
It's better because of it. So the Great Wall, I feel like there was this sort of like feeling this movie like this is the whitest thing ever going into it, but the movie is straight up like they speak Chinese way more.
If you look at the poster, you're like, oh, that's so white. But if you look at the trailer, I feel like it's just like I feel like this might be marketing to someone else. And then when you watch it, you're like, okay, this is definitely
like it's a anime ass movie. Like there's not. It's so. Not only is William Dafoe in this movie as some sort of fucking monk guy who like whatever the fuck, but like the wall is fucking like stopping like green velociraptors that fucking communicate through fucking like little clicks and shit.
They're giant iguanas with eyeballs on their shoulders. They
Yeah.
have a hive mind.
And all the soldiers have like colorful fucking like purple, pink, and blue fucking armor. This might as well be Power Rangers. It's probably better. Like it's a very silly like movie. Like it's not this.
I don't know about silly.
I don't know. I guess
I felt like it could have been a lot sillier, and I
Sure.
feel like I would have liked it more if it did do that more. Like there were a few moments. I can't remember them now.
The apron.
Oh yeah, there's the underdog guy who like Matt Damon like keeps trying to like, dude, you can do good, kid. You're better than everyone who's saying you're bad. And he's like, I don't speak English, so your words of encouragement don't do anything. But Matt Damon's in the other room and something explodes. And he like comes in the kitchen and he's wearing an apron, but he still has his armor on. So he's wearing an apron.
over it.
I did not catch that.
I saw that immediately. I lost myself because that is hilarious. Because like they never take off their armor, even when he's cooking. Like just take the armor off. It's fine.
You don't want to get bolognese sauce on his armor.
Oh
Ryan.
God forbid! You're fighting demons. God, I don't want any fucking marinara on my steel armor. Jesus.
But yeah, that character.
That red sauce really like contrasts with my blue armor. Jesus.
That character is something. But yeah, like there's just not much. First of all, I just don't remember
There's not
much
much
about.
to talk about.
I was expecting it to be this year's Gods of Egypt, and it was not.
No, like it's not.
Because it's not bad enough to be something that
Like
you
it's
riff
kind
on.
of competent.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay, but that's boring.
It's also tight. Like it would have been worse if it was just longer. Like only an hour and a half. And like,
oh yeah.
thank God.
I mean, like, yeah, it really just says, like, Matt Damon just shows up to this wall, and he's the best archer in the world, and like,
Oh yeah,
wow.
apparently he's like the best archer.
He
in
shot
the...
arrows across a room, and a bowl landed on them. Right?
Yeah, like, he makes Hawkeye look like a 2-street bitch. Whatever the hell that means.
And they're
then,
looking.
and then, yeah, they're like, hey, we got these
looking for
demons.
black powder.
And they're like, well, you're gonna stay here, and we're gonna fight these demons. Like, well, I think I want to help fight the demons. Like, you can't fight the demons. You're Matt Damon. You gotta go to space.
You're
later
Matt
today.
Demon.
And then Matt Damon helps fight the demons. Matt Damon fights the demons. Because he's apparently been a bad guy all his life, and this is the first good thing he's ever done.
Even though nothing about his character seems like he's a bad guy, like they keep saying like, "Oh, he's a fucking ruthless killer."
I've
and this and
seen
that.
you're a criminal.
He had his allegiances to money, but not to people, and then the girl doesn't trust her.
Yeah,
trust him
and
because
the
of
monsters are fucking fueled by greed. Also, yeah, there's Matt Damon. There's his sidekick, which I can't remember his name, and I don't know the actor who plays him.
Nope.
There's the guy with the apron and the armor suit.
Hell yeah.
Little old Jimmy he's got a heart of gold. He's got a heart of gold.
that. Willem Dafoe.
There's William Dafoe. He's just a scumbag.
He's been trapped in the wall for years.
They won't let me leave.
And there's this like commander of the army who's like super cool.
She was awesome.
And she's really cool. Yeah, there's not a lot of hand to hand or like combat. Like it's all like special effects. Like, oh, shoot the fucking fire things.
Yeah,
at
When
the-
they swan dive with those javelins.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
So that's pretty sweet.
I wanted more of that.
Yeah. I want a movie about that.
Really? I saw that and I was like, that looks just ridiculous.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool, Ryan.
I don't know, man.
That's pretty cool.
It seemed like
It's
an
pretty
awfully-
ridiculous how they're stabbing those giant lizards with big sticks.
They come from the fucking comet that's fueled by the greed of man.
Like, look, man, it's just like it could have been easier way. Like they had those like razors that came out the side of the walls. That did a pretty good job at killing.
That
those
was
creatures.
pretty. That was
funny.
pretty
I like
dope.
that, but it's like
But
you could have just done that for the whole wall.
The lizards were World War Z-ing up the wall, and
Yeah.
they're just like cut them
World
in
War
half.
Z. Jesus, I haven't thought about that movie.
There was a sequel that was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, I know, it didn't.
And people report that it's like it's coming out this year. It's being made in secret, and then it's like, no, we actually never started it. And we just forgot it was on the list.
Someone just like asleep at the production company, like, what?
The Mummy.
Mummies coming soon.
Yeah, I think this is a solid. I don't think anyone needs to watch this movie, but if
No.
you catch it on FX or like TBS, it's an all right watch.
It's such an FX.
It's a
TV.
very
Yeah,
TV.
that's the movie.
It's a very TV movie. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. It's middling, and it's not uninteresting, but it's not gonna.
You
really,
won't walk away with anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You'll walk with that hot apron scene.
that was pretty good.
That was a pretty good apron scene.
All right, so I'm gonna lean back a little bit.
Because me and Carrie got some stuff to talk about.
So we watched. You guys saw both of these movies at the same time. I left the theater because I needed to sleep. So
because
We were like, we're gonna see this almost 3-hour long movie. We're
Oh
going
my
to the
God.
11 o'clock showing.
so like originally we were talking about this, and then it was like A Cure for Wellness is 2.5 hours long. That is crazy. Like for like a serious slow burning horror movie,
Yeah.
that is like almost unacceptable.
It's
But,
almost
like-
ridiculous.
But like, okay, so here's a quick rundown of the plot because I feel like not a lot of people saw this.
No.
So Dean DeHaan, everyone's favorite Green Goblin, wow, wacky guy.
Valerian in the city
We
of
saw
the
2
fucking-
Green Goblins in one evening.
Oh hell yeah, George, you know what I'm talking
Guess-
about.
yeah, I guess so.
So he's this businessman, up and comer, he's getting up in the industry. He's here to go.
You were making a motion with your hands. I was like, sure.
He's here to go.
Ready to go.
Anyways,
And he's up for this big promotion, right? From
Yeah.
what I
So yeah.
He's up for a promotion. They're like, "Hey, you'll get this, but you need to go to this wellness center in Sweden
Yeah,
because
they-
we're
Basically, it's these 2 companies that are going to merge, and they get the letter from this guy who says that he's not coming back from this wellness center, and they need his signature on some paperwork to finalize the merger or some stupid,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
stupid ass shit like that. But so then they're like, and Dane DeHaan's character cut some corners in his ascent to the top, and they're like, if you don't go get this guy to come back and finish this paperwork, we're gonna expose you and you're gonna lose your
And like
job.
the worst part of the movie, I feel is like that beginning part.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this fucking...
Especially because like when they're talking about how he like cut some corners, they made some really like prison rapey jokes to him.
They did.
That were really
They did.
unpleasant. It was like, man, I hope every character is not horribly racist.
Yeah, they were just showing how, like, cold this business lady was. She's like, big black dick in your ass. And the Dane DeHaan was like, oh.
Dane DeHaan was he was a scumbag, but he wasn't that level of scumbag. So Dane DeHaan goes to this wellness center in Sweden, and some crazy stuff's happening. And then he's talking to the business guy. The business guy doesn't really want to leave, and he's like, well, you have to go. He's like, well, okay, just fine. Pick me up later. So he's on his way leaving, then he's in a car crash, and he breaks his leg, and he is stuck in this wellness center for a while because he's broken his leg. And he has to investigate the crazy stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And my God, this movie is so slow. It takes forever to get to the point. It's very predictable, but I was so fucking invested every step of the way. Like my eyes
It
were
was beautiful.
my eyes were glued to the screen. I had to piss the entire time. I could not get up. Like when I had to like. I bought a large soda because I was like, I'm gonna need
so late at night.
I need to step and like halfway through I was like, I need to finish this movie awake, so I ran
You
across.
didn't really miss anything. You just missed her dancing.
Yeah, I knew there was a dancing scene that I knew I wasn't gonna miss much.
So after we watched this movie, it feels like you watched an entire horror miniseries in
Yeah.
one setting, kind of.
It's like you sat in for like a Netflix marathon.
Yeah.
And it's like
so like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, what do you?
it's like structured like seriously like a TV show, like very slow. things build up over time. Every like 20 minutes has like one like bit to it. Like, oh, this is the part where he goes in the tank. This is the part where he goes in the thing. It feels very much like just an episode, like all put together. And it somehow works really well. And also, it's fucking beautiful.
It's so pretty.
The cinematography is crazy good. Like, oh my god. Like, I can't even, like, describe with words, like, some of the scenes.
Like, we were in the bunk-ass, shitty-ass theater in the back, and we were looking at the small screen, and I was still just like, damn, this is the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
Like, scenes like smoke fill, like...
So, like, yeah, what's this weird shit that happens?
There's eels.
There's, like, that's the mystery. Like, there's something in the water, there's something with eels, there's something with, like, the vitamins they're taking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layers to this.
The wellness center is over this special aqueduct, and they're like, our water has special properties, and that's what's curing these people. All the
like
people
with
who
all
go there,
Swedish companies who are like, our water's the best because it's made from the folky mountains.
all the
from
people-
planet Flum.
all the people who are there are old millionaires who are stressed out, and they go there to just like old millionaire business people.
Okay.
And
Like,
then
why'd we
they
ever
never
leave?
wanna
It's the best
leave.
place ever.
Yeah.
The doctor says I'm not well, so I gotta stay. And it's like, well, Han's like, well, I mean, you look just fine, so I don't see why this is happening. I'm here because my leg is actually broken, so what's your problem?
What's your excuse?
Okay. I guess I was just confused there for a second. So it takes place in the wellness center, right? And there's a
Mostly,
bunch
yeah.
of weird shit there.
Yes.
And like when you discover layers of the weird shit, like it goes places.
It goes places.
Okay, gotcha.
And like the movie, like it kind of like tells you like what's gonna happen like right from the beginning,
Yeah.
and then like, well, not really at the beginning. Like the first half an hour of the 2.5 hour movie, you're like, okay, I think this is where it's going, and the whole time it's like, I still think that's where it's going, but like once it gets there, it's like, you know what? I predicted it, but I honestly did not think it would actually do that, and that's
yeah,
incredible.
you think about it and you're like, ooh, that seems like where it's leading. They wouldn't do that. Oh my god.
Because that's fucking ridiculous. That'd be fucking crazy.
That's gross. Oh no.
Huh. I
Like,
should watch this movie, I think.
it's crazy. Like,
I want to spoil it bad, but I don't want to spoil it
Okay.
because
I mean,
there's
the
really
movie-
funny stuff to talk about with the spoilers.
oh
But
hell yeah! Like me and Carrie have talked about like very specific moments, like to length. We went into like a critical detail of like a shade of lipstick.
because there's this whole scene where they're at this bar and she finds a MAC lipstick in the bathroom, and it's very clearly a MAC lipstick if you are makeup trash like me.
Connoisseur.
Like,
of
like
makeup.
me and Carrie's makeup podcast coming soon.
Ooh, here's my swatch of the. Oh well,
Dipped.
But
You know, looking back,
but
this is a
I was
terrible
looking
idea.
up swatches trying to figure out which shade of red lipstick this is in this movie. But beautiful.
I
movie.
think. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're talking about Mia Goth's character. What was
Yeah.
her name again? Damn it.
Hannah
Hannah. Yeah. She's like this young girl. Like
and Lockhart is Dane DeHaan's last name.
she's this young girl, like 16 to 20, I'd say, really young. And he's one thing about Dean DeHaan. He's like, why is this girl here? And that's another mystery of it. There's so much mystery to the film. It's so crazy.
It's full of intrigue and enigma.
Like, look, I can get why people don't like this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's very long.
very long.
It takes forever to get to the point.
And then once it gets there, it's a little goofy.
It is a little goofy, but like if you've sat through it that long, I feel like it's
That's
like,
good payoff.
It's good payoff because it's just great.
And also,
man.
It's this long, brooding, masterful movie,
Yeah.
and then it ends in this fuck fest, and you're like, "Whoa, what is going
like
on?"
like you can tell that Gore Verbinski,
Verbinski.
yeah, he really just like it's so auteur as fuck. Like he had so much say in like everything. Like they just
They're like, maybe
gave
we
him-
should shave this third
he's like-
time he goes to investigate his toilet out of the movie. No, keep it in.
No, this is what people will remember Gooch Bajanski for. It's like you're getting your own name wrong. God damn it.
Ah.
Look,
you
I
just-
would recommend this movie to hell. This is so.
I know that
great.
we're
I
probably
love it.
overhyping it because we just really,
Right.
really loved it, but damn.
But it seems like what helps. It's a long ass movie that like it's predictable, but it helps that it's got multiple like reveal crazy shit that happens and keeps it interesting.
And it's all headed towards one reveal kind of thing, but there's a lot of strange encounters and things that happen along that to unravel certain pieces of certain things.
Like, if you've seen, like everyone's seen, like, a movie, like, a guy goes to, like, a hospital or asylum and people aren't acting weird, it's just that same shit. Mm-hmm. But, like, I feel like this does it, like, super well. Yeah. And it's pretty, and, like, Dane DeHaan's character is interesting. He's not a good guy. He's
an asshole.
He's a fucking asshole.
like the guy driving him up to the mountain, he's like, yeah, I just drive people up and down the mountain every day. And Dane DeHaan's like, oh, so you don't have any ambition? It's
like, he really is a dick to everyone, but for some reason, and I think it just because I like Dane DeHaan as a person, that, like, I root for him still.
It works.
It works. Like, it really works. And if you want this douchebag, because, like, if this was, like, a nice, like, friendly guy going here, he would,
like, oh, jeez.
You're like, oh, geez. If you hired Michael Cera, you'd be like, oh, gosh, I'm going to call the police right away. He's like, oh no. But Dane DeHaan is so focused on, like, himself that he doesn't really get what's happening right away.
Yeah.
Because he's so, like, invested in, like, well, I gotta get back and, like, become, like, a millionaire. Mm-hmm. And, like, you get some reveals on, like, why he's the way he is, and, like, that's, like, understandable. Like, especially, like, the second thing about his past, Carrie gets it. Like, I feel bad. Like, you know what? He's a dick, and he did a lot of bad things, but it was reaching for, like, an overall good, I feel. He's relatable. He's a dick, but he's understandable, and, like, you root for him, and, like, it's such a good movie. Like, oh my God.
He's got great teeth.
Great teeth. Not a great smile. A terrified smile.
I feel like Dane DeHaan he's like a natural resting bitch face, I feel.
Yeah, he's got a natural smarm.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a natural, like, Norman Bates kind of, like, terrified.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, more threatening Norman Bates.
That last scene of him smiling, Carrie, that was like a Norman Bates.
You don't know unsettling until you see Dane DeHaan full toothy smiling, and you're just like, whoa.
The last scene is like Dane DeHaan smiling, like,
he's
genuinely.
He's one of those people who always, like, smiles with half his mouth. So he's like, it's like, oh no,
dude, I really need you to, like, give a full, like, Looney Tunes smile here, and it doesn't work. But it's still a great way to end the film.
We gotta end this.
I love this. I love it
so much.
Movie
this is my favorite of the year. So.
All right, I'll try and catch it.
When I think, like, we're gonna talk about Get Out next, and this is it's a good movie. Mm-hmm. And I get it, but I still like Akira for Oldest more just because it's so ridiculous.
But is it still a horror movie or is it a thriller?
A little bit.
Because it looks more like a thriller to me than a horror movie.
It's like a psychological, suspenseful thing, but there's lots of fucked upness that makes it horrific.
Yeah, like there's a few like moments that like are horror.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like a paranormal
a
bagul. Like there's no jump scares.
I don't think so.
There might be one scene where a deer appears from the mist and there's a loud
but that's
noise.
A car crash though, so that would make sense.
All right, I'll try to watch this.
I would recommend it, and I think this is definitely a movie that you have to watch in a theater too.
Well, it's too late.
No one's gonna be showing this unless
I know, which is a shame.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it again, but I looked and like the only theater that's showing it is in like Lincoln. So.
Oh man, because I feel like watching the theater was definitely better because I felt so like
it was cool.
in it. Anyways, Get Out is also a great horror movie that came out.
Get Out came out directed by was it Jordan Peele?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this movie is about this black gentleman who has this white girlfriend, and they are going to go to her parents' place. Her parents don't know that he's black. He's pretty nervous about that whole situation because he just feels like it's going to lead to some awkward moments. Mm-hmm. And what ensues is that sort of awkwardness and cringiness that he expected, but there's also something weird and creepy and sinister going on. We mentioned it last podcast, but it is very, very Stepford Wives, except it's a bunch of white people and it's got this guy who's all like, man, I don't know, this is fucking crazy. So yeah. What did you guys think? I guess we didn't talk about it much when we left the theater about what we felt about that.
I just felt like that was a good movie. Like, it's just good. Mm-hmm. Like, I had no complaints about it.
Yeah, I think it's personally my favorite movie of the year so far, but I don't feel extremely passionate about it. But man, there is some stuff in that movie that's real good.
There is
That whole setup is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it is very good.
As someone who, like, I'm not black, and it's not the same thing. But, like, I didn't go, like, I was invited to go to Donna Joe's, again, my partner's dad's house after the election. And I was like, man, I don't want anything to do with that because I don't want any single thing to be the only brown person in that room. And every time anything, like, it's so paranoid, it's like weird, but it's like anything that, like he has like this moment, like they start talking about presidents, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, Obama's gonna come up, right? Okay, cool. Like
I'd vote for Obama a third term.
that's pretty good. They should. I feel like they should have saved that joke because they bring
was
it
a
up
really good
first.
one.
I feel like they should have saved that one. But anyways, but yeah, even like when someone pulls out a fucking jar of salsa, it fucking puts me on edge. Cause like, for the love of God, no one make a dumb, smarmy, goofy comment. I swear to fucking God. Because that uncomfortableness is fucking real. Like, it's not even like these people are definitely up to some shit. But it's just that weirdness of like being the outlier in this group. I clearly stick out. And that setup is really good. And the movie, I think the trailer's like really simple. Like, this is gonna go to some weird fucking places.
Yeah.
And I think the places it goes are weird, but I kind of wish it was a little bit more weird because once it gets to the weird stuff, it starts to outbalance that stuff with humor. That way, it comes across more as lighthearted. And I think the humor's great. I think it's really good and it's really welcomed. But like the horror, like it was trying to be like a psychological horror movie, and I think like it works, but it didn't work that great. I don't know. Like I don't feel
Like the whole like hypnotism stuff.
Yeah, like the stuff with the sunken place. That stuff was dope, but I don't know. I guess
mean, where that stuff leads to, like, you get it, but like right away, it's like that's it. Like, that's what I felt at least. Yeah, like
I'm not.
I don't know.
It's not. I guess was there any scary moments in this movie? I guess no. I mean, I actually no. I genuinely find it scary because you're not.
It's tense.
You're in a room with a bunch of racists.
Yeah,
that's why it's scary. It's scary because you're in with. It's just uncomfortable
and like
it's just tense.
Relatable for a lot of people too.
It's tense. Yeah. That's what it is. Because like when it gets to the scary stuff, it's because it's goofy. Because it feels like Jordan Peele realized, like, listen, like, I understand, like, he plays it serious, but not so serious, because if he played it completely straight, people would just log off. Like, a lot of people would just log off. Like, the humor outbalances, like, oh, like, fucking, it was like, this movie just like, oh, crazy fucking white people, right? And I was like, yeah, but also, like, it's also kind of goofy. Like, his best friend is all like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it counterbalances what could be, I don't know how to, I guess, describe this. I don't know.
Well, I get what you're getting at, because I feel like a lot of horror movies, they play it so seriously.
Like, it has a message, but it doesn't let that message get in the way of making a good fucking movie.
Yeah, because people, like, in real life, they handle with, like, this scary stuff by making jokes.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And that's like,
what makes it comforting.
That's what Jordan Peele's humor is.
Totally.
Making jokes about situations.
Those jokes, like, make everyone think, okay, like, it like, lowers the tension a little bit.
And a lot of, like, lesser films, like, take this stuff so seriously, and it's like, if you let people, like, laugh it off, then it's less, like, it's still scary, but they feel better about it.
Yeah.
And they remember it more fondly. It's just good.
It's a good movie.
It had a 99% until, like, one reviewer.
Well, it had 100, and then
it
one
had
reviewer
100%,
made
yeah.
it a
That's how
99.
math works.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
The weirdest thing about this movie is that it has opening credits. Did you guys catch that? I was fucking like, this is the craziest movie of the year.
Yeah,
it has opening credits. And I was like, what
That's
the
some Spider-Man 3 shit.
Spider-Man 3 shit.
Hell yeah.
I blame Avatar. Ever since Avatar, there hasn't been any opening credits
I will say, this movie had a lot of weird music choices. Like, the opening sequence
They
where
just
driving was like this
and then they like
weird
hard
ceremonial.
cut. Yeah, and then they hard cut to Childish Gambino.
Yeah, hard
Which
cut.
I appreciate. That's a great song. I know. Again, Donna Joe is making so many cameos in this podcast. But yeah, she was like, oh fuck yeah, this rules. It felt like misplaced because it's just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's
but then later in the movie, during one scene, there was just this like choir like out of nowhere. It's not a bad thing. It's just I noticed it and I was like, this is taking some strange music choices out of nowhere. And it was just funny.
I honestly don't remember the music at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind.
I'm
Sorry.
Yeah, and they specifically begin and cap that with that weird song. And
Yeah.
don't know.
It's like people shouting.
But yeah, do we have anything else to say about Get Out? I think it's my personal favorite movie of the year so far.
Like, it's generally good.
It's a good movie.
Great.
It's my second favorite.
Second favorite movie behind A Cure for Woman.
Hell yeah.
All right, then. Well, then let's just get... Actually, we have enough time. that I'm gonna bring this up.
Oh, jeez.
This is a random thing because we had this bit where we said we were gonna talk about movies we saw in the podcast that didn't necessarily come out that month. The Girl on the Train is fucking good, guys. What the fuck? I was gonna listen back to that episode.
I told you it was good.
I thought you guys felt lukewarm.
I was mad about it, but
I fucking
liked it.
love that movie. I would have fought that movie for movie of the year list. I love that movie a lot.
I feel like Emily Blunt's character is the best part. Everyone else.
She's such an interesting character.
I know, right? She's like cool and relatable, but I feel like the things that people like turned off were like the other two main girls
Sure.
because they were definitely less interesting. I mean, I still liked them and I like where everything went. But...
I love the structure of it.
Oh yeah,
It's real good. Anyways, that was a thing. But
maybe
whatever.
I'm the asshole here. I don't know.
Carrie definitely.
I need to
First
re-listen
you
to
like
that.
A Cure for
I
Wellness,
really
and
love that
now you
movie a
hate
lot.
Girl on the Train.
Cure for Wellness, best movie. Girl on the Train, trash.
But I will say that it. I kind of want to say it probably would have been better as a book. I think, like it would probably. I see it and like I know it's a book, and but like it feels like it would read better because I mean the villain in that movie is fucking corny as fuck, and it's ridiculous. Anyways,
But I still liked it.
I really like that movie. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about March. Boy, March is a lot of movies, folks.
A lot of films, a lot of hot films.
Yeah, we are going. As we usually record this on Thursdays, which is the day movies release early. So when we are recording this, we're gonna go watch Logan tonight, and Logan is the first big movie of the month. Logan, I guess. I feel like the
final Wolverine
marketing has spoiled a lot of that movie. I feel like I had no idea about like fucking what's her name?
X-23.
X-23. I had no idea that was the thing about the movie until the post.
really?
Nope, until the poster with like just had her with claws out. No clue, and I was like, oh well, okay. But yeah, so I guess we don't know a lot. Like this takes place.
I mean, you and I both know who she is, but like your average moviegoer doesn't know who.
I
she
know,
is.
but just like I think it's enough information that
Carrie's
anyone.
giving me like, oh,
Like listen,
geez.
like
comic books again.
I know, but I feel like anyone, like if you saw if you saw the trailer, right, and then you were at the movie theater watching someone else, and you saw the poster, like, oh, that girl in that movie's got Wolverine claws. Well, that's interesting.
I mean, like, is she his dog?
I don't know. Like she's probably like what's her?
she's his clone.
Yeah.
More fucking clones. Great. Another fucking clone.
At least in the
movie.
comics, that's his clone. Yeah.
But anyways, yes, this is a X-Men movie that takes place like years into the
I think
future.
like it's supposed to be 10 years from now.
Right. And so like it seems like
The continuity's fucked. so
it's
who
completely
cares?
fucked. But anyways, it seems like mutants are pretty much not a thing.
Wolverine's back from Japan.
It's
Wolverine's kind of like retired, I guess. He's pulled a Magneto and is like a woodsman, and he's probably just leaving the fuck alone.
It's a Magneto
and then
life
and then it just turns into Children of Men / Last of Us, where fucking Xavier comes by like, oh, I got this kid, you need to take care of her and like take her to this place, and then they bond and like they go through a thing. It's literally just Children of Men.
That's
Such a lot.
that Johnny Cash song.
Yeah. Hey, but it looks really good.
It does look really good. Like I hate the X-Men
I
in
know.
general, but I've always liked Wolverine. Has always been my favorite, and I like the direction of this. It feels very like Western, and like so focused on him that I feel like it works. The other X-Men, the other Wolverine movies have been. I didn't like either of them. Like X-Men Origins, like
is garbage fire.
I mean, I almost like it because it's so garbage fire. X-Men. Not just
The
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
It's just the Wolverine. I hate that movie. It's so boring.
I think it's boring.
He just goes to Japan.
But it's also in Japan, and I like it. It looks pretty.
Like I
He
get
gets
that.
bone claws.
He's he fights a samurai and
Samurai Robot, yeah.
Samurai Robot, Silver Samurai. It's like that movie's so boring and forgettable. And then the movie that came out next year retconned the whole thing. Stupid. But this, I like this.
I
This
think
looks
you
real
always
good.
told me that the Hugh Jackman Wolverine character's got this bravado, smarminess, I'm hot shit thing.
Yeah.
And this movie, like, brings that down, like, all the way down. Like,
Oh, yeah, like-
he's an old man who's, like, seen some shit, and he's like, I don't fucking know, man.
And like you can really see that he's been through like all this shit, and especially like the part in the trailer where like he holds up the comic books and he's like, some of this has happened, some of it hasn't. Who fucking knows? Life is crazy.
And also, it's
Because he's this guy who's been through like decades. Like he's lived almost like what 200 fucking years,
something like that.
something like that. And it's like that's crazy. Like he's been through a lot of shit. And from what I get, he's deteriorating and he's now actually kind of dying. And like, what's he gonna do next? He's gonna raise his daughter, like
whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's also. I mean, this just might be complete bullshit, and who cares? But it feels like a movie that they made and like that Hugh Jackman is invested in.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
That's it. Again, it might just be like fans and people like who are familiar with music being like, "Oh, it's his final time playing it, and he really cares about it, and he wants to give it."
I mean, he's
his final thing.
He's
but it
talked
really
about
retiring
for a while, just because like. This has been going on for 17 years, being these.
I know. I was thinking about
like he's had to stay constantly ripped,
on and off,
and like that would kill a man. So like, no wonder he doesn't want to do this.
That would kill an ordinary man.
But not Hugh Jackman. He's got some songs. Not Hugh Jackman. He's got some songs to sing.
So
what's his name?
I definitely get that.
Okay.
Like,
Jean Valjean.
I was gonna make a joke, but you made it.
2, 4, 6, 1.
So it
I
definitely
didn't watch that.
It definitely feels like time because, like, you know, he's done it for 17 years. You can't keep doing this forever, especially because you're this guy who's supposed to always look the same age, and you've clearly.
Also, the reviews for this have been crazy. It's at an above 95.
Hell yes.
So
I know I saw like a Forbes article was like, give this man an Oscar, which is like, I feel like that's a little much, but like, I mean,
I don't know. We haven't seen
Calm
it.
down, Forbes.
You haven't seen it.
Calm down, Forbes. What do you know?
Let's talk about The Shack, baby. The Shack.
What the hell is this?
The Shack.
I own this book.
Yeah, let's say this is okay. I'm gonna read this. I am gonna read the PR thing. Based on the New York Times best-selling novel, The Shack takes us on a father's uplifting spiritual journey. After suffering a family tragedy, Mark Phillips, played by Sam Worthington, Sam Worthington, spirals into a deep depression, causing him to question his innermost beliefs. Facing a crisis of faith, he receives a mysterious letter urging to an abandoned shack deep in the Oregon wilderness. Despite his doubts, Mark journeys to the shack and encourages this enigmatic trio of strangers led by a woman named Papa, played by Octavia Spencer. I like Octavia Spencer. Through this meeting, Mark finds important truths that will transform his understanding of tragedy and change his life forever. Is this a Christian movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that about the shack.
I didn't know that when I bought the book either. I just picked it up randomly and then I read the little inside thing and I was like, oh, it's a Jesus book. Whoops.
Oh, dang.
Okay, well, that's the shack. It's awful, apparently. They were giving out free tickets to this. I could have gotten.
Oh, my God.
But I did not jump on those. So, anyways.
For some reason, I feel like that's a movie that Dennis Quaid would be in, but he was in that dog movie, so now we can't.
Rock Dog?
He didn't have time.
No, not Rock Dog.
Dog Purpose.
Yeah, the one that was abusing dogs every day on set, apparently.
Rock Dog.
That
was Rock Dog.
That was confirmed that
Yeah, it was
I
fake.
know.
That was fake.
That's why I said it all goofy, Ryan.
It confirmed that no dogs were harmed in the making of Rock Dog. They just like, this was animated. I don't get how this rumor got
Rock Dog is incredibly real, though. Anyways.
Kong Skull Island.
I can't believe this. Again, I can't believe that this movie is out this month.
I keep forgetting it's coming out.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited.
Me too. It feels like forever since Godzilla. It has been forever since 3 years.
2014.
Yeah, it's been a while.com.
Even longer since a fucking stupid ass King Kong movie
I was gonna say, it's like we're talking about Kong here.
Man.
This is the same universe, Carrie.
But yeah, this isn't. It doesn't seem like an adaptation of King Kong. It seems like
it feels like it's almost there, but then
it seems more like its own campy action thing. It seems more in line with a sort of Japanese monster movie than this serious like fucking thing. This 3-hour fucking Peter Jackson epic.
Oh my God.
This fucking Adrian Brody was in that movie, wasn't it?
Probably,
yeah.
But anyways,
Jack Black was in that.
Yeah, Kong Skull Island looks like an action movie. It looks fucking dope as fuck. The colors in this movie look so fucking good.
I love every single actor in this movie.
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Samuel
Larson,
Jackson.
Tom Hiddleston.
John C. Reilly.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be great.
He plays a crazy guy.
He's just already on the Monster Island when they get there.
Yeah, but also,
I feel like they started shooting and John C. Reilly just showed up.
He was actually just on that island. What are
like,
you guys doing?
Guys, you're filming a movie? That's great. I'm already in character. It's like, oh, dude, just keep it rolled, I guess.
Whatever.
But also, what if the movie is bad?
It looks like it might be bad, but I'm not gonna care.
Like it looks like it might be bad.
I already know I don't care.
I feel good about this.
Don't do that, Ryan.
I feel good about this.
Ryan, stop.
And now that we're so removed about Godzilla, I think it's safe to admit that movie wasn't great.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I liked that movie at all.
I liked it leaving, and then like I
think
thought
we-
about it
I
for
liked
a good
watching
minute.
it in IMAX 3D because that was just fucking ridiculous, and it was also like my birthday at the time, so I
think-
was riding high.
I think
but
everyone who went to watch that movie wanted to love that movie, and it's not bad. It's
There's
just
parts of it to like. He breathes fire,
it's pretty good. There's Insectman,
and then the plot happens, and then you're like, you know what, you lost me.
and then Quicksilver is all like, ugh.
It's like, I gotta save-
Scarlet Witch is like,
My
And
husband,
Bryan
no.
Cranston's like, I'm dead for some reason. But yeah. And next year's Pacific Rim, baby! Pacific Rim!
Like, what makes me mad about Godzilla 2014 is like the trailers made it out to be a completely different movie, and then the actual movie
that
was
a lot.
Godzilla was the hero,
Yeah.
and it's like you flattened that city just as much as those monsters did. You
Oh,
are
you're
not
playing
the
some
hero.
fucking Man of Steel shit here. Get out of here. Godzilla wanted to fucking snap the fucking insect man's neck. Anyways. But, yeah, I hope this is good. I'm excited to watch a fucking monster movie. That silly, dumbass, pretty as hell. Like, they're like not, like they're doing like really cool shit with like oranges and like these fucking
yeah.
reds. It's really fucking cool. Also, this next movie is going to make so much fucking money. Are you fucking kidding me? Beauty and the Beast.
Power
Can you
Rangers.
invest in movies? Can I fucking
Throw
put
in a quarter?
money? Because this movie is going to fucking murder. Just fucking murder. Like every age demographic, is gonna want to watch this fucking movie.
Can I be honest here? I don't care about this.
I don't
movie.
care either.
Can I be
We're gonna
honest?
watch it.
I'm so excited.
Oh wow!
I love Beauty and the Beast, and
I
Ewan
love-
McGregor is playing Lumiere, and I'm so excited.
Ewan McGregor and Ewan
But
McGregor.
also-
I love Ewan McGregor.
But Carrie, it looks ugly.
It does, but George, Beauty and the
Also,
Beast.
I love Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite. I say top 3 animated Disney movies.
I was never a Disney guy, so.
What?
and
How do
never
you feel about
cared
the
for
film Aladdin?
Aladdin? I like that one.
It's a
I
good
remember
movie.
liking that one.
How do you feel about Tarzan?
Oh.
Fucking asshole.
I'm one of the Tarzan defenders.
Okay, good.
Well, everyone fucking hates that movie for some reason.
Tarzan's the best one. My top 3 is Tarzan, Atlantis, and Mulan. Best ones.
I haven't seen Atlantis since it came out. I remember it being kind of disappointing when I was a little kid. I remember it, like having moments that looked
somewhere to be.
gorgeous.
I have somewhere. I have to leave.
I remember that movie like having moments that are just fucking grand and gorgeous. But anyways, Beauty and the Beast is gonna make so much fucking money.
Cinderella made a shit ton of money, and I did not expect that.
I
to be
didn't
honest
either.
with you.
Because it was so middling.
And then fucking everyone saw it. It was
Right?
crazy.
And this movie is probably gonna be at least good.
Ryan,
Yeah.
this movie's got your boy in it. It's got Josh Gad.
I know it
as
has Josh
LaFou.
Gad in it.
It's Josh Gad from A Dog's Purpose.
Gaston's buddy.
Remember that time he was in Pixels and he fucked Cubert and they had Cubert babies? Classic.
Remember that time when he could have been really good?
Nope.
This movie has Stanley Tucci.
Of course, that's Stanley fucking Tucci.
Fucking dare you. Stanley Tucci is a gift from above.
I like Stanley Tucci, but all I'm saying is you throw that guy a bone, he'll fucking do anything. He'll fucking.
I think he's playing a metronome.
Okay, that's pretty good.
His name is Cadenza, so that's the only thing I could think of.
This movie is gonna make so much fucking money. That's the only thing I can think about this movie. I see this movie, I'm like,
Luke Evans.
holy shit.
But like when I think of Beauty and the Beast, it's like the big thing about that movie is like the animation
Totally,
was so great at
totally.
the time. So it's like live action, really? Like I
that
get,
animated beast? No.
like I don't know.
He looks kind of silly.
Like it'll probably be fine. I honestly don't know if I'll see it.
I'm open to be like surprised, but I think it's just gonna be middling for me. But also, I don't think anyone had any expectations for Cinderella, right? Like I think everyone walked into that movie like, I'll watch
I still
this.
didn't see Cinderella.
I didn't
I still
either.
haven't seen it.
It's got what's her name? Helena Bonham Carter.
Bella Thorne.
Oh yeah, she played the
Yes,
the
the
fairy
godmother.
godmother.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
Anyways, let's go to a movie I'm really excited for.
Brian, tell me about Personal Shopper.
Personal Shopper. So I'm a defender of Kristen Stewart.
I think I think everyone now realizes that Kristen.
The tides have turned.
The tides have
still-
It's totally that like the fucking kid you made fun of in high school.
Yeah, people who like don't give a shit are still gonna be like, but she was in Twilight. She only makes the same face all the time.
She's
And it's
also-
like, have you seen her in any other movie?
Well, she's a great actress, and also she's fucking gorgeous.
yeah,
Yes!
and she's cool as hell.
Exactly.
She's so fucking cool. I like want to hang out with her behind the fucking Quickie Mart and fucking smoke cigarettes. She's so cool.
That's what I was thinking too.
Anyways,
But yeah, this is she made this with the same director as she made Clouds of Sils Marie, which is a movie that she won the French Academy Award for, which they've never given to another American actress. So, like, that's fucking... You're a good actor if you won the French Academy Award.
The last thing I saw her in was in Still Alice.
Still Alice?
That was the, fuck, what's her name? She's coming to Omaha.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah. But yeah, the same director she worked with on Cause of Marie, which was a very good movie. Came out 2014, 15? Something like that. Very good, very serious, very good role. And she's in this movie with him again. And it's something about she's the personal shopper for this celebrity and... I mean
Paris?
Yeah, in Paris.
It looks spooky?
It's spooky. The description on IMDb was, grieving the recent death of her twin brother, she haunts his Paris home, determined to make contact
Bad copy.
with him.
IMDb guy. Bad copy.
That was a bad copy. But yeah, it's something about she's talking to this ghost, and it's apparently like kind of spooky. And from what I've heard from like early critics, it's very polarizing because there's a lot of tonal shifts in the film from what I've read.
I just don't think Kristen Stewart has ever been in a movie that's 100%. Like, it's always like somewhat split.
Yeah, I mean, that might be because
I guess Still Alice, but her role in that movie wasn't very big.
I mean, I think any film where she stars in, people are going to feel that way because I feel like...
I don't think it's her specifically. I just think like the movies are just kind of... They're like very indie movies. Like they're like...
That's true.
It's about this thing and it's not grand and it doesn't really go places. It's just really...
It's just about this character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm super interested in this movie. It's being shown at the Omaha Film Festival. It's their final film of the show. And I really want to go.
Huh.
So we should make a Movies Are Real trip to there.
We could probably get press badges. I don't know.
We can tell them we have.
We have 12 subscribers, sir.
So I'll tell you what, and Ryan is just so excited for this. So just please. Anyways, I would recommend this movie if you want to see something indie and cool because it looks great. Anyways,
let's talk about the
Belko Experiment. James Gunn is back.
He's making a fucking 80s.
Guy no one believed in.
He's making an 80s as fuck action. Like,
oh hell yeah!
Like it's even like weird. They brought back the Orion fucking logo. Like,
oh yeah,
that's bizarre. I didn't know that they brought back Orion just to like put it on some specific movies. Like, oh, this is like an 80s sort of throwback movie. It's interesting, but
if you watch this is such a fucking like
VHS, like at the Blockbuster. This is a VHS movie that came out with 3 other big releases.
Yeah, and fucking out of James Gunn's mind.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
So yeah, this is like office that it comes shut down. It turns out that everyone in the fucking thing's got chips that blow up their head, and if they have to kill someone or else they're gonna kill like 6 other people. Some Danganronpa ass shit. I don't know.
This movie looks like if the Stanley Parable just went bad.
Yeah.
Like if Stanley Parable went evil.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it looks interesting. I'm definitely...
I don't think we're gonna... let's be real here, folks. We're not watching this movie. But
I want to watch it.
But
I might. Like, if it's showing, like, after another movie, I might go see
maybe, sure.
Anyway, let's get to the real hot takes.
I'm going to read this press release. From a story by executive producer Robert Orci of Transformers, Star Trek, Amazing Spider-Man 2, and screenwriters Zach Stentz and Ashley Minner of X-Men First Class and Thor, comes a modern reinvention of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a group of ordinary high school kids who find themselves infused with extraterrestrial powers and must harness those powers. Okay, that's all right. As a team to save the world.
Extraterrestrial powers and must harness those powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This movie looks really fucking bad.
It's stupid.
It looks really bad. Like, I'm trying to, like, remember the giant fucking backlash against the Ninja Turtles reboot that came out in 2014?
Yeah.
This feels way fucking worse. Like, it looks garish and ugly and, like, it looks like a fucking graphics card box out of 1985.
Like, the future is cyberspace,
the
World Wide Web. These warriors protect your email inbox from hackers.
Like, they are the Power Rangers.
They are the Power Rangers.
I am Bryan Cranston.
I just love how some producer was like, you know what we need to bring back and greater than ever?
To be fair,
Power Rangers.
To be fair, Chris Saban or whatever the fuck, the guy who owns the United States distribution rights for that guy, he's a fucking, like, scummy ass guy who like, oh, we'll fucking bring back the Power Rangers. That we're gonna bring back fucking VR troopers.
Look, George, you and I watched Power Rangers growing up.
Yeah.
We are fans.
We are the market for this movie.
We are the market for the movie.
I watched a Power Rangers once. I remember there was a purple man and there was an egg with goo inside it.
So you saw the movie. You saw the last movie.
Yep.
You mean the first movie? Because it was the first movie that was Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
I watched it at my babysitter's house when I was a child.
And
you
there's
said,
crow people?
I never want to see
Do you remember the crow people?
Nope.
There's a bit in this movie where the purple man, he's like, we gotta get these rangers, and he sends like a bunch of fucking guys in crow suits, and they're like, square, square. He's like, yes, my minions, and they're all like, we're gonna fuck them up, boss. And they're like, square, square, and then they start flying down, and they just like fucking take down the Power Rangers like square, and they fight these giant fucking birds while fucking Devo starts playing in the background. It's a wonderful film.
I don't know how I missed that.
It's pretty good. You should look
I
up.
think I was playing with my Furby or something during that part.
It was the 90s, kids.
But your point, Ryan. Your point.
Slap bracelets.
We are the demographic, and I feel like you and I are probably going to see this movie.
I mean, we're gonna watch it because we have a movie podcast.
That's
and
true.
I think
But
it's gonna be a
even if I
disaster.
didn't,
Carrie, you don't want to watch the
morbid-
Power Rangers movie.
I'll watch it.
My
whatever.
morbid curiosity makes me so I need to figure out
Like,
just
this looks-
how bad it is.
This looks truly
And
terrible.
If Tommy, what was his name? Tommy, like Jason Lee. Oh,
Fucking shit. What's his name?
The
Jason
guy-
Lee Frank? Jason Frank something.
it's something Frank Lee.
Jason's definitely in it. Anyway.
Yeah, Tommy, the Green Ranger. I think he might show up as a cameo, and I love
Really?
that guy.
Is that all you need?
I
agree. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
He's the coolest guy.
He's the coolest guy.
I also if I could just hang out behind a coffee shop with Kristen Stewart
and that guy
smoking cigarettes, like just kill me the next
But also,
day.
Ryan,
That's a
you
top
can
I'll
just
ever
watch.
feel.
You can just watch Power Rangers Dino Thunder. He makes a cameo. Like I like him too.
I stopped watching Power Rangers around then, and then I heard 2 years later, and I was like, "Fuck! I don't watch Power Rangers now. I'm an adult. I got taxes."
But also the thing
I can't watch Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
the thing with Power Rangers is that Power Rangers has always been bad.
That's true.
Oh, actually, I think they're
It's always been ridiculous.
Mighty. The thing they are pulling from is god awful. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is terrible. Like, it's the most 90s thing. They hang out at this fucking rec center, and they're all like, oh man, it's racist first of all, but I don't know.
Oh, 90s.
Let's make a Power Rangers Zeo movie. There we go. That's a real
That'd be
fucking. It's a
great.
real Power Rangers
I
fucking
love
thing.
the moment when I realized how racist Power Rangers were.
Did you love that moment?
I didn't love that
Finally,
moment.
more moments from my childhood that are racist.
No,
Hooray.
it's like, man, why would they even do that? It's so.
It was a different time, Ryan.
It was a different time, but still, it's not okay.
So here's the thing. I think part of me wants a serious reboot of the Power Rangers, but this looks like a bunch of fucking 40-year-olds pulled Power Rangers, and no one asked or watched what made that thing good. Because the thing about your childhood is that it sucked, but sometimes it comes back, and then people who are involved in that thing, who saw that old thing, are now involved with it. Like the Ninja Turtles animated TV show on Nickelodeon. That show's good.
Yeah, it's
that's
very
a good
good.
show. Voltron on Netflix. That's a good show.
Yeah,
because
and original Voltron sucks though.
it's fucking terrible. But these,
Is that the one where they build the tiger?
yeah, I think that's on Netflix.
Yeah, I've been watching a couple episodes.
Yeah, because it's folks who are like, hey, this thing that I liked as a kid is actually bad, but I still kind of feel good about it. So what if we make it
I'm
good?
gonna try to make it good, and that usually works, or at least you feel
But
like
this
the passion.
feels by the numbers. This feels by the
yeah.
numbers. We're gonna. I don't even know. Elizabeth Banks. I like Elizabeth Banks. I don't know, man.
I like Bryan Cranston. I love Bryan Cranston.
Is Anna? What's his fucking face? Adam Green? What's his fucking name? Scotty from Austin Powers. What's his fucking? Anyways, he's Alpha 5, and Alpha 5 looks fucking
No,
awful.
Bill Hader. Bill Hader's Alpha 5.
Bill Hader's Alpha 5?
Bill Hader's Alpha
Oof,
5.
man.
Never mind.
This looks rough. Anyways, I'm watching this. Just everything else.
It looks like a Transformers, and I hate it.
Everything looks terrible about it. It looks like it's marketed again.
I love how the girls also have heels and big boobs.
Do they?
Yeah, when they're in their Power Ranger
Well,
form,
they definitely
they
have
have
boobs.
heels and big boobs.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
it pissed me off. Because it's like, why? You're wearing magic battle armor. Why would you now have heels?
Was it the first Power Rangers where the Yellow Ranger in the Japanese thing was a man?
Yes.
And so, okay, that's why the Yellow Ranger didn't have a skirt or anything?
Yeah.
Because it was a man in the Japanese one, but it was a woman in the... Okay. Whatever. Anyways, Power Rangers is going to be a fucking train wreck, probably. Man, the weirdest surprise of the year would be if the Power Rangers movie is even decent. Is even decent.
And we'll report on that in a month. Next is Life.
I didn't
Wait,
know.
I'm sorry. I misheard that. Alien.
Yeah, right. Alien with Ryan Reynolds.
Alien with Ryan Reynolds. That's what this movie looks like, and I hate it. Like, I just don't.
It looks like another Sony movie that's gonna
looks
bomb.
dumb.
It looks like
Yeah.
it's gonna bomb and not go anywhere.
Like, even like the life they find, it's so boring. It's just a speck.
It's
And look-
Prometheus.
It's Prometheus, yeah. And look, Idris Elsa, Ibri Bibi, my favorite actor of all time. I love him, but I can never pronounce his name on the first try.
He's not in this. Is he?
He is.
Idris Elba?
I
Yeah.
don't think you're right about that.
No.
I am almost certain.
Are
Someone-
you thinking of the guy who gets eaten?
Idris Elba's not in this movie.
Is he not?
I don't think that's Idris
No,
Elba.
you're thinking of Star Trek Into Darkness,
I
sir.
could have sworn I saw his name on the thing.
Idris Elba is not in this film. No, he's not in this film.
Who's in this film? Just Ryan Reynolds? Is
Only
it just
Ryan
Oh
Reynolds?
no, it's just says Ryan Reynolds.
Oh god.
Oh,
But
no.
like the thing with this
Anyways,
movie, it
whatever,
doesn't
I'm
look
wrong.
awful. It just looks like, why does this exist?
Yeah.
It seems like Sony made a movie. Like, we got to make a movie. That's what we do. I don't know. Make this. It looks
Ryan Reynolds,
inoffensive.
Jake Gyllenhaal, two people that are
Oh yeah, Jake
together.
Gyllenhaal's in this thing.
Man.
I don't know what to say about this movie other than I think it looks
it
fine.
looks
I saw the
boring.
trailer and I was like, this looks all right, but I'm not gonna watch it.
I don't want to.
No.
I always feel like a weird disconnect with like alien scary movies. Like
Really?
I like Alien, but it's just like I don't know.
What's the last good alien spooky thing? The Martian, no. Interstellar,
That
no.
wasn't spooky. I honestly can't think of any.
Prometheus.
Parts of Prometheus?
Yeah, I don't know, but
it just never scares me or compels me.
I like space.
They're in a spaceship with a scary monster.
I don't know. It looks fine. Oh yeah, I put Chips down here. Let's just ignore it. There's a movie about. There used to be a show called Chips, I guess.
What the fuck is Chips?
There was a
Why'd you add Chips but not add Personal Shopper to the list?
Chips, Brian.
Chips is I don't know. It's a TV show about cops, and now it's a movie about cops. I don't know what to tell you.
Michael. Oh yeah, I remember this trailer. It looked fine.
Yeah, it looks fine.
That's got Kristen Bell in it.
It's got Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard because those two, I think.
they're married in real life.
Yeah, and I don't think they can make a. Dax Shepard can't make a movie without Kristen Bell. I think like we will only hire you. No, like we will only hire your fucking ass if your wife is in this because you got no fucking pull here, buddy. Anyways, I think this is like the final big movie.
This is the final big.
I
movie.
still can't believe this is coming out in March because it feels like. This feels like I don't know if you'll agree with me, Ryan. This feels like a project, right? Like you hear rumblings about that's going to happen, and it never happens.
Totally.
And it never happens, right?
Yeah.
This feels like a movie that should never. This feels like the BioShock movie. This feels like the Akira movie. This feels like all these things that some producer like was like, oh, let's make them.
trying to make it happen, but it never does, and then somehow it does.
Yeah, somehow this happens. So Ghost in the Shell. Scarlett Johansson, based on the manga and the animated film Ghost in the
Is it
Shell.
mostly the first animated film? Because I know there's a lot of them.
It is based on the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you're going to do like the thing, I would imagine you do the origin thing.
I mean, still, it doesn't look like it very much.
It looks kind of like it. But anyways, Ghost in the Shell is this sort of cyberpunk dystopian thing. It's really got it. It
This
has its
thing.
own. Well, yeah, like it has like its own eccentric fucking
it's
style.
very much like you can only describe this as Ghost in the Shell
Right, like
because it's so crazy and so like
It's like-
defined of the genre.
it's what the Japanese saw Blade Runner, and they're like, or maybe I don't know which came first, but it feels like the Japanese response to Blade Runner.
yeah.
Like this sort of futuristic cyberpunk fucking like there's just like a fucking like picture of this like woman in a giant building who's like makeup and it says like wrist like fucking obey or some shit. I don't know.
Just the city parts of this trailer kind of look like Fifth Element a little bit, like the city parts of that movie.
Yeah. Again, like this movie is like very fucking like a lot of people like this movie inspired The Matrix and shit. Like it's a very important sci-fi thing.
I love the aesthetic of this film. It looks very pretty.
But
It looks very bright.
I haven't seen the original Ghost in the Shell, so I can't follow.
I saw it once. It's confusing.
Oh, okay.
I had never heard of Ghost in the Shell before seeing
Again,
this
it
trailer.
doesn't feel like a thing that should exist because no one knows what Ghost in the... Like, people know what Dragon Ball is. If I said there's a Dragon Ball movie, you know that Dragon Ball is a thing that exists.
I'd be like, sign me up.
But Ghost in the Shell is like the most... It's kind of obscure.
I mean, I feel like of all of them, it's probably like one of the more popular. It's definitely one of the most popular.
It's
ones.
popular among people who make movies.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I feel like this and Akira are like the two.
Right, like
if you're gonna know a Japanese anime film that's not like Studio Ghibli, it'd be one of these.
sure. But I don't really know what to expect. I think it looks cool, but I feel like it doesn't look as Japanese as it does European or French. It very much looks like that Luc Besson or whatever that fucking guy's name, who's making Valerian.
In his city full of so many planets. Oh my god, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name.
Cara Delevingne's in a swimsuit for a scene. I'll watch it for that. That looks pretty good.
It's got Dane DeHaan in it, Ryan.
I know. He got out of the facility. I guess.
He escaped.
It's got Rihanna.
Yeah, I like Rihanna.
Anyways, yeah, Ghost in the Shell's a thing. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what that movie is.
If this movie is good, then we'll probably see a lot more.
I just don't know what to
expect.
Oh,
And
no.
I'd be interested in that because all of them we've seen so far are terrible.
You didn't like Dragon Ball Evolution?
No, George. No, I didn't.
I haven't seen Dragon Ball Evolution since it came out, and I don't remember anything about it.
Me neither, and I'm damn glad.
Anyways,
We're also getting a Death Note movie this year.
oh right, made
Willem
by
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
wait, who's William Dafoe? Is he?
He plays the demon.
The Shinigami.
Oh fuck, that sounds
Hell
dope.
yeah.
And isn't it Matt Wolf? Right?
Nat Wolf and some.
And it's
girl.
directed by the Blair Witch guy.
Hell yeah.
Well, never mind.
Or the Your Next guy. Hell yeah, there you go. The Guest. Fuck yes, The Guest. Anyways.
I think
I have something going on that day. I won't be able to watch
it's
it.
It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix exclusive film.
I am. Okay.
I only watch Hulu now.
It's only Hulu originals for me.
I only subscribe to Verb. Anyways.
I only watch Amazon Video.
Anyways.
Let's talk about a real movie.
Let's talk about Boss Baby.
Let's stop talking about Boss Baby right now.
Let's talk about The Zookeeper's Wife. Anyways, yeah, Boss Baby's a movie. I don't know what to tell you.
Every once in a while, DreamWorks has a film that's really good, and then they pull up shit like
Ryan,
this.
they haven't had a good movie in fucking years.
I know.
It's weird. Like, it seems like, fucking please, just watch our movies for the love of God.
Was How to Train Your Dragon 2 not long ago?
That was 2013 or 14, my friend.
Oh my god, what are they doing? Do they really just take words out of hat and just put them together?
Boss Baby.
Heathcliff the movie. Here we go. Heathcliff. No, they're making a movie out of a property that I like, and I don't remember what it was.
Mr. Sherman and Peabody.
They already made that. That sucked. What was it?
Trolls.
They already made that, and that also sucked. What's the property? Snorks? No, it wasn't the Snorks. That's probably a Sony thing.
No, Snorks was actually a Warner
Blue
Brothers.
things?
Smurfs? Not the Smurfs.
You said Snorks, and I was like, did you mean
Captain
Snorks?
Underpants.
Yes, they're making the Captain
Oh,
Underpants
really?
movie.
They are, yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, I don't see about that. Anyways, I think I just liked that book because of
Remember-
Flipperama.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Anyways,
That's the only reason I read it.
Zookeeper's Wife.
What is this, George? What
This is the one with
hell is
Jessica
this?
Chastain and her husband, and they own a zoo.
I can't believe we bought a zoo.
Fucking thing. God, fucking thing. Anyways, yes, Jessica Chastain owns a zoo in Germany. Or no, is it Poland? I think it's
I don't care.
Anyways, the Germans invade. And it's supposed to be like this like
take
sweet
the
story, and they give them water.
Matt Damon shows up. He's like, that's a great looking zoo you got there. It'd be interesting if someone just
Then Robert
bought
Pattinson's
it.
like, hey, you took all the water for the elephants.
Like, get out of here. No one likes you. They like the other one.
Anyways, yes, that's a movie, I guess.
Let's end with the movie I'm excited about.
Sure.
Blackcoat's Daughter, previously called February, starring Emma Roberts and some other girls. I'm excited for this. It's basically like this all-girls school in Canada, I believe. It's all snowy and crazy there. And everyone goes away for like holiday, but except for these like 3 girls who are stuck there, and some crazy stuff's going on. And it's probably demons shit. And I don't know much else. I've been excited for this movie for like 2 years.
Oh, wow.
It's getting delayed. It came out like in 2014 on a film festival, and A24 picked it up, but they kept like pushing it back a little bit. Finally, probably happening. And I'm super
I will
You're
look
excited.
telling me that this is the new Rings.
This no.
No, that's the Amityville movie.
Oh.
That's still happening, I think.
No, with Rings, like they just kept saying it was going to come, but never started finishing it.
Like, yeah, the Amityville
this
movie.
is more like they've had this done. They've just like
been wanting to.
Did they not get a?
They've been wanting to focus on other movies.
I thought
they focused on Moonlight. Look what happened with that.
Was it like a distributor thing? Like, didn't have one.
I think
what,
so.
What was the movie that
also,
happened?
Also, they changed the title because the former title was February, and that's a confusing name for a movie.
I think February is a more interesting name. Anyways,
I mean, like the hit movie come out March 30th, February.
The Black Coat's Daughter sounds like a Bye Bye Man to me. Like, it sounds so throwaway. February is like a single word that evokes at least something and at least makes you wonder what the fuck it's about.
I mean, that's also my issue with that title is like, how do you look that up? How do you look
guess
up February?
So. February film 2017.
No, that's not it.
What was I going to say? I forgot.
How do you look up the Zookeeper's wife without a bunch of fucking
Matt Damon?
without getting a bunch of pictures of Matt Damon's wife?
Anyways, I think we need to wrap this fucking shit up.
I think we're done here.
Man, I gotta go do a thing, and we gotta go watch Logan. I'm excited. Man, I'm excited for Logan.
Logan's gonna be good.
Do you ever feel like it's weird because we watch so many movies that you like, I don't know. I feel like I don't usually have an excitement to go watch the movie because it feels like a thing I'm just cursed to do forever.
I feel that one you made me watch The Great Wall.
But then we got to see Cure for Wellness.
That's true, and I did love that movie.
Yeah.
I will say for Cure for Wellness, that's the first time in a long time that I've hyped a movie to shit and it lived up to the hype and surpassed it.
Especially because like our hopes were like hit down because reviews were bad and like, well, maybe we'll like it. And then we walked out and we were like, what the I remember like as soon as the credits stopped, you were like, Ryan, can I be honest with you? I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, in the lobby I was like, I loved every minute of that.
And I was like, yes, me too.
Anyways,
watch Personal Shopper.
I'm trying to think. I need to look up these movies you recommended, Ryan, because other than that, I can't. I'm excited for Logan, but watching
How come you know shit like The Zookeeper's Daughter?
Because we saw the trailer at a movie.
Again,
I confused it with what's that other movie? Well, fuck.
We bought a zoo.
No, a United Kingdom. It's got Gone Girl, and it's got what's his name? David Oyelowo. And he's like he's like the sort of leader of this like town in Africa, and she just lives in England, and they hook up, and then she goes back, and they hate her because she's white, and you guys have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Okay, well anyway, never mind. But
what I'm Cure for Wellness.
What I'm trying to say is like I don't know if I'm looking forward to anything, so I have to look up the
Kong.
I guess Kong, yeah.
I
am, but I feel like it's gonna be bad.
I'm most looking forward to Personal Shopper. And I feel like I probably won't have
I'm most looking forward to Kong because John Goodman.
Anyways, I think that is a pod.
That is it.
That is a pod person.
It's a Kong cast.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We never plug where people can find us. We should probably do that. So yeah, you can follow the podcast itself, which you probably do if you somehow found this podcast. You can find us at Movies Are Real on Twitter. You can follow me at jcruzalvarez26 on twitter.com. Ryan?
I'm at Frying Pans. I have a movie blog, filmpiece.wordpress.com. I write stuff there sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Carrie?
I'm looking at what
my Twitter I have no idea what your Twitter
I don't know what it is. I think it's
there's an underscore.
Yeah, there's fucking underscore bullshit in it because it's KAR_E, just so you can pronounce it like Kari Lyles, Lyles, because it's a goof. Because people, for some reason, when they see my name is spelled with a K, they think it changes the pronunciation of the whole word. So instead of calling me Carrie, people would be like, "Is it Kari?" And it's like,
that's what I was gonna say.
If anything, the C would be Kari. You idiots.
Kari's
that's a joke.
Kari's my favorite forgotten Blumhouse movie. Anyways, yeah, for Movies Are Real, I am George.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Kari.
Have a great day.
Those are movies.
All right.